This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the South Alabama Jaguars and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
They kind of put the South Alabama coach before the game. There's always different motivations in the game, and bringing your team here against an SEC opponent, there's a lot on the table. Guys who may have been overlooked, under-recruited, chip on their shoulder. This group of 6 team always wants to compete against the bigger, more powerful schools. But you don't want to do too well. What if they steal your guys in the transfer portal? Coach says he's not worried about that. He just wants his guys to be the best version of themselves today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Florida's offense will take the field first. And now there's Jarrett Gibson, the former Texas Longhorn. Great young back that they are really excited about the big things he can bring to this offense. Caught behind the line. It's Stockton. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Gators send out the punt unit. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you can tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got an alley. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly to the tight end.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Jaguars have their offense in high gear. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Enough to move the chains. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Jaguars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Oh, he's got some space. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. The Jaguars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. 1st and goal from the 4 as they try to break the seal on the scoring. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Never get him stopped on that second down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to run it in. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, pal.
And I get that, but I've worked.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Jaguars! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. First carry of the season for this transfer. On the move at the 30. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 30. Inside the into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. From the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Handoff again. Driven back.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Hardy. That's not quite going to be enough. They've got a first down here to open the period. He's got the tight end. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, gonna throw it. Holds on, it's Jackson. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Tells the run, wants to pass. Makes the catch, it's Wilson. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right. And then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Second down to the air. Right side, it's Hardy. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. And the Jaguars decide to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. A low-line drive and not his best work. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like...
He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, and second down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to go up top on second down. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. On the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Working the ground game. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. In the backfield, it's White. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, South Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run.
Number 98, set to kick off.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
He lofts one down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quick give. He's now up to 52 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. 3rd and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Jaguars are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. He's going to run it. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. After run, now throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Jaguars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Turns it upfield. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout, 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half. And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. From deep, it's Malone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Got a little space. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Rides to the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Jaguars line up to punt it away. Corrals it at the 45. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Handoff for Jarrett. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. The screen, and watch out! Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. Defense might bring the house here. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Gators will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Setting up the screen. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Hand it to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Back's got it on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Push is ahead. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hits inside. It's Malone. Can't get him to the ground. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Might as well give it to him again. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Finding some room. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Nowhere to go.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Churns into the pile. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to surge it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal, going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll move the tight end. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Lloyd. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Jaguars!
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
And he tacked on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Lloyd. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Nah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting.
Sends it downfield, and he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Trying to establish the run. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They'll run the counter. They were all over it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Running inside, it's Malone. He gets nothing, nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You gotta love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's